Hey guys, hope you are having an amazing weekend. I'm sorry I've been a little out of it. I'm here at my parents' house in Plymouth, Massachusetts, helping out. My dad had hip replacement surgery on Monday, and my mom took a little bit of a fall on Wednesday, but both are on the up and up. Mom got a good little cortisone shot to the knee, and luckily she didn't break anything, so she is good. So I am heading home tomorrow, so everything is all set with them. But wanted to come back to you and continue our little lessons I've been doing every couple days on John C Maxwell, and today is the third lesson on his third law, which is the law of the mirror. Hey Jean, how are you? Thank you so much. So the law of the mirror basically goes to how you feel about yourself. And so this one can be a really hard one for people, right? So basically what the law of the mirror says is that you have to see value in yourself to reach your potential. So if you considered on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you value yourself, right? So this is a number you don't have to share with anybody else. It's just in your own brain. How cool do you think you are? How awesome do you think you are? How capable do you think you are? And so that number will tell you how willing you are to invest in yourself and to grow toward and into your potential. So this is, like I said, an internal number. You don't have to share it with anybody, but that will give you an indication in terms of how much you're willing to invest in yourself to learn and do and grow. And so basically what John says is that I can't accomplish more than my self-worth. So if you feel like you aren't that fantastic, then you're never going to live up into that dream we talked about the last couple sessions, right? Because you don't think you can do it, right? So basically what he says is that, number one, it's impossible to consistently behave in a manner that is inconsistent with the way you see yourself. So what he's saying is if you think you're a 3, it's impossible for me to perform at a 7 consistently. You might have moments in time where you do 7 type things, but you're going to come back down to 3, and really 3 is where you're going to consistently perform and act and do. And so then he says also how we see ourselves determine, like I said before, how much we invest in ourselves. Like, how much are you willing to bet on yourself? Like, if you were, if this was a horse race, or if this was the lottery, if this was the blackjack table in Vegas, how much money would you put down on yourself achieving your dreams, right? Like, ooh, that's kind of daunting. Like, if you had to put money down to say, I bet that Julie is going to achieve X goal, would you do it? I mean, it's a little scary to think about. And would you put down $5,000, or would you put down $25? That's when it becomes a little real, right? Because that's how you know, like, how strong your belief is in yourself. So the other thing, sorry, my parents' phone just started ringing. We're live, people, we're live. The other thing he says is our belief in ourselves will also influence the belief that others have in you. And he also says that if you sell yourself short, chances are you sell others short as well, because of that law of the mirror. What he says, it's like a reflection of how you feel about yourself. So it's just something for you to consider as you're thinking about growing and learning and doing. So he also suggests a couple things that we can do every day to help improve our self-image. So first thing, which is like the most important thing, which you guys probably already know, is to guard your self-talk. The most important person that we talk to on a daily basis, or who's going to talk to us, is ourselves. So if you kind of every day, or if you do a little reality check, I've done this from time to time, mostly by hours, not an entire day. But if you really pay attention, say for 24 hours, the number of times that you talk down on yourself, that you kind of slap yourself down or beat yourself up on, a misstep or a mistake that you make. I think when I've done it, I'm pretty surprised at how often that is. And it makes me a little sad. But it's a good way to kind of do a little reality check on how often are you beating up on yourself, and really start thinking about like, hey, I need to kind of knock that off and give myself a break and forgive myself for, losing my keys or, what other things that I do on a regular basis. But it's not vital to who we are and how successful we're going to be in life, right? Like if I lose my keys for 10 minutes, like, is that really going to make or break me as a person? Not so much. The other thing that John says is that every day we intentionally add value to people. Hey, Cecile, how are you? So if you add value to others, you're going to start feeling more significance because you are helping and contributing to somebody else. So what John says is success is focusing on ourselves, but significance is contributing to somebody else. And that when you provide significance to somebody else, that's when you start feeling that impact of who you are and what you have to offer for people. And that builds over time. So if you start getting in the habit of doing that, then that's going to make you feel that significance, and that self-worth is going to start notching up. And so he also says that once you get a taste of that significance, that's going to be what really fulfills you versus our ideas of success. So it's really going to be the contributions to others and the values we provide to others versus, hey, my bank account got bigger, or hey, I'm, able to go to this nice restaurant for dinner. That's really what's going to mean the most to us and drive us and fuel us moving forward. The other thing that he says that can help us with our self-worth is just to simply do the right thing. So it seems kind of basic, right, that everybody should know to do the right thing. But he says that basically emotions are precursors to emotions. So if you're doing the right thing consistently day in, day out, that's going to fuel your emotions as well to then also bump up your self-worth. And then lastly, he said every day get a win. No matter how big or how small, just get a win for the day so that you... it can be as simple as like, hey, I cleaned out my closet. I've been meaning to do that forever, so that now when I look in my closet, it's clean and that's not weighing on my brain. And he said that anytime you can get a little tiny win like that, it just starts building and building and building, and it'll begin to compound. And so he said that that's another thing we can do to notch up our feelings of self-worth. So anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will be back again soon. Like I said, I'm going home tomorrow. And looking forward to getting back a la casa, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much. See ya.